Hey friends, Todd Chipman here, Dean of Graduate Studies, Associate Professor of Biblical Studies at Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. I'm joined by Dr. Robert Smith. Dr. Smith is the Distinguished Professor of Divinity at Beeson Divinity School and has taught preaching at Southern Seminary, Beeson Divinity School for an extended period of time, 25 years pastoral ministry, and has written extensively, preached in many states. Have you hit all 50 states?
Getting close to.
Getting close, and a legacy of ministry. And as Dr. Smith has mentored many students, he has had opportunity to see them transition. He's had some transitions in his own life from focusing on local church ministry to academic ministry, a couple of different schools. I have seen in my own leadership that sometimes those in pastoral ministry, especially students thinking about this, we don't always do it well. We maybe leave too soon or we leave too abruptly. Sometimes churches take care of that, or schools. And I think stable transitions are something that we aspire to. They can be a sign of health and they can create health.
That's correct.
Give us some bullet points or snapshots. How do we transition well? How can we do it better?
I think it's important to know that transitions are inevitable. Time is filled with swift transitions. Not on earth unmoved can stand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Here it is. Hold to God's unchanging hand. So the church is the Lord's. And therefore, we ought to acknowledge that God is preparing us for what he's preparing us for. And that I am not indispensable. I am dispensable. I am expendable. And since I know that, it behooves me to prepare the church for my replacement. And for the church and the pastor, talking about pastoral transitions, to be in the mindset of doing so, biblically speaking. Moses, here comes Joshua. Elijah, here comes Elisha. Paul, here comes Timothy. So since that's the case, then we ought to take the scriptures and let the scriptures be our guideline for preparing people who are going to succeed us in whatever ministry there is. It is really sad for a person in ministry to die and no one is able to take up the mantle, and the church goes through all kinds of unnecessary confusion and loss. So I think taking the scripture, seeing the model that God had, I think Moses is one of the best. In Numbers 27, when Moses asked God, who is going to replace me? And God says, he's been here all along, Joshua. And Moses and Eleazar lay hands on Joshua, and Joshua is the heir apparent, and the people of Israel know it, and they move on from there. Moses is dead. Joshua leads the people on to the promised land.
God is training those who will follow us, and we have to be ready to hand that over.
Absolutely.
And think about it and be strategic, be aware and sensitive to the Lord's word.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Smith,
Thank
for
you for
sharing your
having me.
wisdom with us. Yes. For more interviews, go to biblicalstudiesday.com. For information on preaching classes, biblical studies classes, go to mbts.edu. We'll see you again next time.